Welcome to the Wonder Garden channel. Growing orchids is not only a hobby, but also a joy, a way for us to relax after busy working hours. And if you love orchids but do not have too much time to take care of them, don't worry. In today's video, I will share with you a very special method of growing orchids. It saves time, is simple, yet still keeps the plants healthy, lush, and sustainably growing. This method not only saves time, but also helps the plants revive strongly. Let's explore it right now. Let's get started. Do you have newly purchased orchids from the store like this? My grandmother used to teach me that the very first thing you should do after bringing orchids home is to remove all the moss. The reason is that the moss packed in the pot is usually only suitable for industrial growing environments and tends to retain too much moisture. If we let the orchid continue to grow in this medium without making adjustments, the roots can easily rot, which will affect the plant's overall health. When repotting, you can control the amount and type of medium used, allowing the roots to grow faster and stronger. At the same time, the plant will absorb nutrients more effectively and produce more beautiful blooms. This is an essential step to help newly purchased orchids adapt and thrive in your home garden environment. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After removing all the moss, you'll be able to clearly see the orchid's root system. The next step is to use sterilized scissors to cut off any damaged, rotten, or mushy roots. This process removes dead tissue, prevents the spread of harmful fungi or bacteria, and creates better conditions for healthy roots to grow stronger. By keeping only the fresh, healthy roots, your orchid will absorb water and nutrients more efficiently, recover quickly, and be ready to produce beautiful blooms in the near future. Finally, rinse the entire plant under a gentle stream of water to remove any dirt, bacteria, and leftover root fragments. This washing step also helps clear away any remaining residues, ensuring the plant doesn't get further infected. After rinsing, place the orchid in a cool, well-ventilated spot, away from direct sunlight, and let it rest for a few hours. This allows the cuts to dry and the plant to regain strength before you move on to the next steps of care. The ingredient I'm using today to care for the orchid is fresh garlic, 3 cloves like this. Garlic contains plenty of allicin and natural antibacterial compounds, which are excellent for protecting the plant from fungal diseases and insects. It also helps the orchid recover more quickly when its roots or leaves are damaged. This is a simple ingredient that doesn't cost much, yet it brings surprising benefits to orchids. Instead of relying too much on chemical products, using garlic offers a natural and safe way to care for your plants. After chopping the 3 garlic cloves into small pieces like this, place them all into a clean glass jar. Next, add 500 milliliters of boiling water into the jar. The hot water will help extract the maximum amount of allicin and other antibacterial compounds from the garlic. Next, I'll add turmeric residue to the garlic solution, using about 1 tablespoon. Turmeric residue is rich in nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, and other minerals that are highly beneficial for orchid growth. When combined with the garlic solution, it helps stimulate strong root development, boosts the plant's natural resistance, and also improves the looseness of the growing medium. This allows the orchid to absorb water and nutrients more effectively, leading to healthier growth and more vibrant blooms. Finally, cover the jar and let it sit for about 3 hours until the water has completely cooled down. After 3 hours, once the nutrients from the garlic and turmeric residue have been fully extracted into the water, I will strain the solution to completely remove the remaining solids. I'll keep the clear liquid to use as a natural fertilizer. By removing all the residue and only keeping the nutrient-rich water, the orchids can absorb the beneficial compounds more effectively. This not only prevents the roots from getting clogged or suffocated, but also reduces the risk of mold or harmful fungi developing in the growing medium. With this concentrated solution, you should add about 2 liters of water to dilute it. This ensures the nutrient concentration is balanced and gentle enough for the orchids, preventing them from being overloaded. After letting the orchid rest for a few hours, I will soak the entire root system in this garlic and turmeric solution. This soaking process allows the antibacterial compounds in the garlic to eliminate any remaining bacteria or fungi on the roots, while the nutrients from the turmeric stimulate the growth of new roots. I will soak the roots in the solution for about 15 minutes. This process also helps revive weakened roots and strengthens the overall root system, ensuring that once the orchid is replanted, while waiting, you can take the opportunity to wipe the orchid leaves with the garlic and turmeric solution. Use a soft cotton pad soaked in the mixture and gently clean both the upper and lower surfaces of the leaves. This not only removes dust and debris stuck on the foliage, but also delivers nutrients and antibacterial compounds from the garlic directly to the leaves. As a result, the leaves become healthier, shinier, and more resistant to fungal diseases. Clean leaves also allow the stomata to open more easily, improving photosynthesis and promoting the orchid's overall growth and vitality. The remaining solution after caring for this orchid can be reused to nourish other orchids in your garden. I'll pour the liquid into a spray bottle and mist it evenly over the leaves and stems. When spraying, make sure to cover both the upper and lower surfaces of the leaves so the nutrients from the garlic and turmeric can be absorbed evenly into every cell. In this solution, garlic provides natural antibacterial and antifungal compounds that protect the leaves from fungal diseases, harmful bacteria, and pests. Meanwhile, the turmeric residue is rich in nitrogen, potassium, and essential minerals that stimulate photosynthesis, strengthen the leaves, and make them greener, shinier, thicker, and more resilient. Misting the orchids once or twice a month not only allows the plant to directly absorb nutrients through the leaves, but also helps maintain ideal surface moisture. This supports more efficient gas exchange and photosynthesis. As a result, the orchids develop more comprehensively, with stronger roots and stems, while also building greater resistance to harsh environmental conditions. All of this leads to more abundant blooms and long-lasting beauty. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. I'll use a portion of the remaining solution to water the base of the orchid directly. When watering with this solution, the beneficial compounds from garlic and turmeric residue seep deeply into the soil and growing medium, allowing the orchid roots to absorb nutrients more effectively. This not only strengthens the existing roots, making them thicker and more resilient, but also encourages the rapid growth of new roots. The nitrogen, potassium, and other essential minerals present in the turmeric residue play a vital role in supporting cell growth, enhancing root branching, and improving the plant's overall vitality. Meanwhile, the natural antibacterial and antifungal properties of garlic act as a protective shield, reducing the risk of root rot and safeguarding the orchid from harmful pathogens. With a healthier root system, the plant can absorb water and nutrients more efficiently, leading to stronger stems, lusher leaves, and ultimately more vibrant and long-lasting blooms. Now, going back to the orchid after it has been soaked in the garlic and turmeric solution, I'll take it out and replant it using only water. That's right, you didn't hear it wrong. This time, we're going to try a completely different method. With just water, you can successfully regrow this orchid and give it a fresh start. To do this, I'll use a glass container like this, but you can also make use of a plastic cup or even recycle old plastic bottles as planting pots. Simply place the orchid's entire root system into the container, then add just enough water to keep the roots moist. One small tip: if you're using tap water, let it sit out for a couple of days so the chlorine can evaporate. Even better, use filtered water to ensure the orchid grows strong and healthy. With this method, you'll notice the orchid roots gradually absorbing water, while the leaves become fresh and vibrant. It also makes it much easier to observe the plant's recovery process up close. The special thing is that you don't need to spend too much time on constant care. And after 3 weeks of caring for the orchid with this water-growing method, here is the wonderful result I'd like to share with you. The once tiny orchid has now begun to sprout new roots, delicate yet full of life, quietly absorbing moisture and delivering nutrients to support healthy growth. Looking at these young roots, we can clearly witness the orchid's process of revival and development. It's also a vivid reminder of the magical power of nature when it is nurtured with the right care. Phalaenopsis orchids are remarkably resilient plants, possessing an incredible vitality that allows them to thrive in a variety of conditions. No matter which growing method you use, the orchid will gradually adapt and continue its normal growth, displaying its natural strength and elegance. With the water-growing technique we've applied, there's no need for frequent watering or heavy fertilization. Occasionally, a small amount of foliar fertilizer is sufficient to stimulate flowering, and before long, you'll witness the orchids producing radiant, long-lasting blooms once again. These blossoms not only enhance the beauty of your indoor or outdoor space, but also fill it with fresh energy and a sense of vitality, serving as a living testament to the orchid's resilience and the wonders of proper care. So, what do you think about this special way of growing orchids? Personally, I find it fascinating that, with just water and a little care, the orchid can still grow strong and produce stunning blooms. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and follow the Wonder Garden channel so we can explore more tips and secrets for caring for orchids and other plants together.